I know it isn't pregnant, but I can't believe she could understand me if I said something like that.
Well, she'd understand me, but I'm afraid she'll think I always feel that way to her, and I don't want her to think that I hate her. I mean, even if sometimes I do, I don't feel as if I can say it. I feel as if I can't say it, because I don't want her to feel that I do, and I feel as if...
And this is a feeling I just cannot bring out to her, because it might hurt her. I just can't.
I guess it would frighten me to say it to her, too.
It would really scare you to pieces to really voice some angry or hateful feelings to her.
I guess I'm scared that if I said to her, I hate you right now, I hate what you're doing, I hate how you make me feel, and I hate you, and I don't want you right here, right now, or something like I really feel sometimes. I feel as if I say that, I mean, she could never like me again, or something like that. I mean, I feel as if, yeah.
That would be the end. She couldn't ever love me again if I said something like that.
And if she didn't, who would?
So it would be risking that such a priceless thing. If she didn't love you, who would? It just seems as though that's too much of a risk. I hope that gives you a little bit of feeling of what psychotherapy is like. I'd just like to make one explanatory comment on what you've just seen. In a non-judging, freeing, understanding kind of relationship, a person finds that he can express feelings in himself which he's always felt he cannot express. Feelings that are too bad or too foolish or too shameful to communicate. I think you've seen something of that sort happen here. And you may wonder, what good does this do? I think in the first place it tends to have a releasing effect. The person doesn't have to guard against himself so much and finds himself more acceptable. But another important consequence is that it frees the person to be more expressive of these feelings in the real relationship in which they arose. So that I would make the prediction, and here I'm putting my neck out, that this interview would make it easier and more natural for this mother to express negative feelings to her child when she feels them, and in a way that won't do any damage to the child. And this in turn, I think, might free her to be more loving and affectionate when she's feeling loving and affectionate. But I don't want to just talk about the interview. I want to show you some more of it. You remember she has just said something of the sort, if she didn't love me, then who would? And then she goes on to express some feelings which many parents have felt.
Sometimes I feel pretty much alone and as if I have to take care of her and I have to love her and all that but I really want her to love me too. I want her to love me.
sounds as though sometimes you feel somewhat burdened by all the love you have to give her, and you want some in return too.
And it feels sometimes as if when I really need it the most, when I'm feeling most all the weight on my shoulders of bringing her up and wanting to do the right thing, and how am I going to manage everything and take care of everything, and being preoccupied and stuff like this. And it's kind of these times when I feel as if she says she hates me and she doesn't love me.
It just seems to you as though somehow it's when you most need her love that's when she slaps you down.
And then I really feel all alone.
Then you feel very much alone.
And I really do love her. It's a crazy sort of thing, but I really do. And I sort of want her to know that.
This is something very real and deep in you, that you do love her. And you'd like her to really appreciate that.
And I sometimes feel as if she doesn't appreciate that, and she doesn't appreciate me, and and then I think, oh, why do I even want that, or why do I expect that? I have no right to expect her appreciation or something like that. Why should she? I'm supposed to be doing these things for her, and I'm supposed to be feeling these ways toward her, and I have no right to expect her to appreciate me for things that I have to give her or something like that.
There's so many things that you're supposed to feel, and you feel you just have no right to feel some of the things you do feel, like wanting her to appreciate you.
I guess it's asking too much of a child to appreciate somebody. I guess I feel like that's just for adults to understand or something, and I shouldn't really expect that of her, and I have no right to expect her to appreciate me, and yet I really do want her to.
Maybe it isn't the right thing to do, maybe I shouldn't be feeling this, but I surely do want her to appreciate me.
And I'm so hurt when she doesn't, and I hate that.
Just feel so annoyed with yourself when you're hurt at her lack of response.
And I think, gee whiz, I mean, I used to resent it so much when my mother would say, you know, that we don't appreciate her, kids don't appreciate her or something, and I used to think, well,